Bonjour mes amis, bonsoir mes amis, bonsoir mes amis, grüße meine Freundin. Hello everyone, this is Enzo Hagen of the Alliance for Loki. Tonight I'm going to do a little bit of work with the event quest and then off to the arena while I start the infinite streak. Let's see, let me get my link here real quick and then set off a quick link to the For Loki chat and get some people in here. I have to find this a better way of doing this. I think the theme of tonight will be what is it? You want to chat, I want to stream. You want to chat, I want to stream. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom and link and boom. Okay. So what's going on? It is Monday, first day of work. Boy, it was a long day of work. It's like one of those days that just sort of never stopped. I'm in charge of this project, and it's supposed to be collaborative, but I'm such a control freak. I just did it all myself, and now everyone else can do what they want with it. But it's like everyone says they want to work together, but I feel like they just want someone else to do all the work and be part of the credit. So that's okay. Just give a quick hello, everyone, in chat. There it is. And off we go. So let's do a little Alliance quest, not Alliance quest, event quest first. So I made all my views in Alliance quest, and I need to keep on working on completion. And so I just got a full bunch of energy. I got a couple extra refills. Everyone says this quest is easy. There's some interesting fights. I must say I'm going to love Symbiote Supreme. I just sort of discovered him. He's really cool. His fight against Hyperion is just amazing. Let's see. Wow, this is such the node. The aspect of war, and so boy, it's like you have 50 seconds basically to do anything in this fight, and then that's it. So, man, it's just like, just crazy. But Symbiote Supreme does a pretty good job against Hyperion. I used him earlier. He was the only one who really worked well. I guess I didn't really try on the other ones, but the way he throws his specials, like this, and he gets unstoppable, and then his power gain. I mean, at least with Symbiote Supreme, he have a slight chance. So better. Let's just give me SP3 and see how that goes. Yeah, I guess I really don't know the right way to play Symbiote Supreme. I think there's a sort of a sequence of specials you do. Oh, come on, 3 special. Oh yeah, whew, that was close. Okay, now I just gotta wait for the unstoppable to wear off. Get some more nullifies. I wonder how big a difference it makes to have him high sig. It doesn't seem like it would. Oh yeah, I got some sick bleeds. Come on. Yeah, it is. It's special. Might as well throw my special since she has unstoppable. Maybe this would nullify it. Yeah, he's just I keep on wanting to get the 5-star Doctor Strange. There's been a couple of chances with Dungeon Crystals and that last Power Controlled Crystal. I haven't got them yet. But I love the way Symbiote Supreme puts on those stagger debuffs. Those things are pretty nice, especially when dealing with someone like Hyperion who gets power gains. Try the SP's 1, not sure what that does. So put a mess. Oh man, he got unstoppable right at the last second. Yeah, Symbiote Supreme, boy, what a cool character. He's sort of niche, but he's like another one of those characters that that seems to have some uses that are unique, where other characters don't really work so well. And just check the paths. Okay, to the upper one. Got these 2 other middle ones that are pretty unique. Yeah, okay. I got the Doctor Strange Grandmaster Crystals today, not Doctor Strange, Mr. Sinister. I ended up pulling a 4-star and a 3-star Havoc, which is good because I want him at least as a 4-star. Just have his synergies and have him as a character just in case I ever want to play with him or use him. Sometimes if I am trying to figure out a character, we have Aspect of War again, it's somewhat quick. This Corvus doesn't give me anything. Let's just use Symbiote Supreme again. You know, if I'm fighting in war and I don't want to find a dual target, often I will, if I know I'm like going against Havoc, I'll duel with him and then figure out his special attacks and animations just from my dueling of him. So, I hate this Unstoppable. Boy, this Aspect of War is a brutal node, a brutal buff. So it seems like Symbiote Supreme's power goes really slow. Also, they go rocketing up. That's when you give the SP3. Some more of these stagger debuffs. Yeah, wish or something. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's because I nullify something that I get a big jump in power. I'm not exactly sure. Whoops. I thought I had the SP3. Oh no, that might now delay it far enough so he gets the unblockable. Let's see. Okay, this time I meant to throw a special. SP1 doesn't seem to do anything. Oh no, it's unblockable. Okay. Oh, and I just caught that. The worst thing about this node is even if you bait their heavy, it still can punish you just because they get the Unstoppable. Oh, I was hoping I'd somehow drain his power. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Yep. Goodbye, Symbiote Supreme. Hey, Dr. Dukes. Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope you're doing well. I'm really impressed by Mr. Sinister, aka Dreamin'. He looks like a cool champion. I love the SP1 where you get to take the debuffs on you and transpose them with your opponent. That's a pretty cool mechanic. Where Havoc was just sort of like a, as I said in our Alliance chat, he just seems like a sort of Bishop reboot. He's like Bishop and Omega Red put together. Sinister, that's a pretty cool, unique feature. Tempted to go for him. I haven't gone for a featured champion in so long in the arena. I don't even know if I have the patience to do it, but you just gotta get yourself in that zone where you basically give up sleep and you just become obsessed with arena. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna go for a character, I want to at least rank 4 him, and I'd definitely rank 4 Dr. Sinister or Mr. Sinister. He's I was playing him just doing these event quests, and what had happened? I think he was with Archangel. Maybe I didn't have the neurotoxins on him yet, but he just transferred over like 7 bleeds and 2 poisons and just ate through my Archangel. I mean, he'd be great in war. I mean, obviously, I think as a defender, you know, everyone who's running Corvus would of course see the mutants and go charging in. I tried Corvus since I'm running him now just to see what he'd be like. Actually, I should use Corvus here just to get a charge. And oh man, the way he heals after those after you get hit by critical, that's also pretty cool. I mean, talk about a character who's like essentially made to counter Corvuses. I don't know if they'll make a character for, well, I guess they've made one for Ghost now Corvus. Blade, I guess there's probably a lot of characters that are sort of Blade counters. I'm trying to think who's a good example. I guess any character that can't bleed and isn't a villain. Maybe like Corvus, it's too easy. Thing is sort of an every one counter. But yeah, it's good to see new characters. I always wonder if they should have a design context. I wonder if someone like Brian or you, for instance, the great Dr. Dubes, could design a cool character. it's hard to tell if it takes like a particular type of skill and that you have from maybe a developer's perspective or knowing the mechanics underneath the hood of the game, or if you were at play the game were amazing at it, that you could craft together a character who was really good. That'd be fun. They should Command should offer that. Create the next character. I wonder how they decide when to put a sort of like a character they created, like Morning Star or I think Aegon or the Champion, versus a champion that is already in the Marvel universe. I wonder how intentional the decision is. Oh, there it is. Special, unblockable, unstoppable, just painful. Oh man, boys, thought I got 3 shots, maybe it took too many. It's getting ugly, but that did it. Corvus. No regrets with my Corvus rank up. He's just brutal. The thing about Sinister, which is intriguing, is that he can block unblockables. It's so funny the way that works. It's like, so all of a sudden you start getting these characters with unblockable specials. Now we have a character who can block the unblockable. So does that mean in 5 months we're going to have a character who can, his special will be unavoidable even if the enemy has an unblockable? It's going to be, I feel like that's sort of the evolution of this game, is after a while you just have to keep on sort of reversing and reversing. It's like, what is that game where you say, trying to think. It's like you say, someone says back, it's I'm rubber, you're glue, and it reflects back onto you. So yeah, I can imagine this is what this game feels like a lot of times. So I keep on thinking Alliance Wars starts like every day now. It must be starting soon. Maybe it doesn't start till the 15th. Push them to an SB3. That was dumb. That's what happens when you play and stream and don't really pay attention. You're doing really silly things. Carnage got the buff, but I don't really hear people talking about them at all. I wonder if that's going to be the same with She-Hulk and Gwenpool. Probably. It's like they buff these characters, but unless they have something really, oh my god, unblockable and unstunnable. That's pretty annoying. But I got them. What was I saying? So if characters are buffed, and it really doesn't make any difference. And what was the whole point? I'm trying to think. So the characters they buff, it seems like Luke Cage became a decent character in Red Hulk. See people playing those. When have they buffed other ones since? She-Hulk and Carnage and Venom. You hear a lot of talk about Venom. I guess he potentially could be really good for map 7. It's not like I see people running to level him up or rank 5 him. I'm gonna make a bold prediction that my Venom gets rank 5. I have a feeling when we run map 7, it's gonna be discovered that he's great for one path, and I'm almost at my next rank 5, and I have an awakened 5-star Venom, and I definitely would be willing to take him up. More so because I just want to help the Alliance, and I have a great love for Venom, but he's not a bad character. He has the things I really like. He has a bit of sustainability. I love regen characters. He has some pretty cool mechanics, and yeah. And so why not? I can't say I really have a big target for my next rank 5. Proxima would be my choice just because I love her so much, but I actually really don't have that much of a use for her in the game as I think about it. I was trying to think about that. If I was going to rank her up, what would I use her for? Yeah, no, I know Venom seems good. I haven't really played Venom that much, so I guess I really just know what other people have told me, but yeah, again, if Tater says rank 5 Venom, I'll definitely do it, and I have a feeling I'll love him. I want to know a little more about his regen. I must say the most annoying thing about characters with some form of regen is when it's really awkward. Like I find Dormammu is really awkward. Sentinel, I don't know if I've ever actually seen his regen in action. I know it's like the second SP3, but yeah, I've never done it. Who else has one like that? Venom, I just don't know how it works. Maybe we'll look at a character in a second. Rogue you think would have good regen, but I find hers really difficult. Okay, so everyone says Archangel is the man. I've used Archangel a few times, but as I said, boy, if he gets an SP1 and reflects your buffs back at you, oh, it's ugly, ugly. I wonder if there's a way that if you can dodge his SP1, do you not get reflected back on you? Let's see what happens. I think it, but maybe I have so many neurotoxins on now, his ability won't fire. Maybe that's the key. Well, let's see. We'll push him to an SP3. Everyone says the SP2 is really hard to dodge, and I think it's right. That blast is just crazy. Okay, well, now I know he's stunned, but I'll wait out and see. I've lost all of my debuffs on him. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I need to practice that. But that's why another reason I think this guy would be pretty cool in war. Oh, and luckily I don't have any debuffs, so he can't really what you call it? Oops, miss that. Can't really, or I don't have to really worry about him reflecting it back onto me. Let's see. Just hopefully finish this out. 3 bleeds. Oh no, I'm about to get 3 bleeds. Ah, how dare you, Mr. Sinister, how dare you. Oh, just barely survived them. See if I can finish this off. Okay, it's not this SP1 yet. Come on, get some neurotoxins. 4 bleeds. Oh no, oh no, goodbye. This regen is on SP1, it's buff chance. Okay, it's this for... Yeah, that's what I thought for Venom. So he regenerates when someone has a buff. 1k at R4? Okay, that's pretty decent. A little quirky, but sounds better than Sentinel or Dormammu. Let's try Vision. I think Vision's another good character against Mr. Sinister. Yeah, Mr. Sinister, super cool. I think he'd be a good defender. I've been looking for a good defender, so I guess my other dream would be if I can get Mr. Sinister and I have an Awakening gem, though it doesn't really seem like his Awakening is that big a deal. And if we decide he's a good defender, it's going to be a rank 5 and I can put on my Alliance 4 defense. And it'd be great because I always want to get a couple more good defenders. I'd like to... Let's say if my team of defenders could get 6 kills over the course of the season, I think that's pretty respectable. Especially without the like the Killmonger or Domino or Core, which I have. It's just other people already have them at rank 5, so there's no reason for me to do it. Vision, boy, just putting out the work. It's pretty good. Hey, Metaphor S, good to see you again tonight. How are things going? Enjoying this downtime. I feel like this game has been so relaxed lately. It's just nice when, you know, Alliance Quest is the only thing. We're in the off season. Alliance War hasn't even really started yet. It's been good to just, I don't know, I feel like relax. And now I'm saying I'm about ready. I'm ready for the map 7. I'm ready for the next season. You know, having this downtime, it just recharges you and gets you ready. You know, you forget all about the stress of Alliance War. It's just, yeah, it's pressure packed. I was thinking about, you know, Dreamin's always given me a hard time about, you know, taking such an easy path in war. And I think about people who fight those hard paths. And I think the 2 things are critical is one, just concentration. You just got to be like so in the flow and keep the concentration going. And the other thing is not to get, I don't know if panic is the right word, not to get, I'm trying to think what is that English word. You just get thrown off by something that happens. You just got to keep it all together and be able to just overcome all the situations. Or maybe you get hit once or you get put up against the wall and you just keep calm. And Yeah, I remember watching in my old alliance when people would take the Morningstar balls with Blade. It was a pretty long fight, and just like the amount of concentration you needed to get through that. I mean, I think that is what the true skill was. You were talking, maybe it was last night, Dubes, about using OGV, and I think you're right. I mean, I think he's a really skill-driven character because you're not going to win fights quickly with him. You gotta be able to stay consistent and keep on battling through the end. Like a character like Corvus, he seems like he's pretty quick. You definitely gotta do the combos right, get your special at the right time. But yeah, I would say it's these long-term fights. I think that's where the skill comes. That and using Ghost. Let's see, so I gotta get through all these characters just to get to same Poison Immune. Oh, Hood, let's see how you do. Man, I got 2 5-star pools yesterday, and they were both Gambits. Oh, yeah, I hate Gambit. He is such a bad character. Just never want to play him. I don't find anything interesting about him. He has some strange mechanic with he builds up like charges for his cards. Never understood it. I don't even want to like learn it. And I got 2 dupes. I got 20 and 20. And the worst thing is Proxima, who I so want to dupe. She was a rollover. I was like, oh, here she comes. And then it was Gambit. It's definitely one of those conspiracy thoughts where, I'm like, oh, somehow Kabam knows that the character I want the most is Proxima, and so I think 2 or 3 times in the last times I opened, she was there. You pulled 2 Gambits. Yeah, exactly. That was it. Yep, I was the fool there, Dubes. Yeah, exactly. Was it a featured? I can't remember what the 2 crystals were, but yeah, obviously. Yep, it was horrible. Yeah, I just wanted Proxima. And again, Proxima is that funny character where even if I get her, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her. I don't really think she's a good rank up, especially when Alliance needs something else. But yeah, one day I will. There goes the duck. The duck is maybe on my characters I don't like tier. He is along with Gambit. And some characters I just really don't like. I'm trying to think what would be the most interesting character that I don't like that most other people like. I mean, there's characters I just don't play much, like Omega Red. I guess I don't forget the Alliance rank up if you want. Yeah, it's true. I feel guilty though, Metaphor S. I need, it's like if I did that, I guess I would do different things, but I feel like that's a really important, like Art of Chaos. I mean, he is absolutely the best when it comes to ranking up characters for the Alliance. I mean, he ranked up Thing. I almost said Runken up, like you say drank and was drunk, but he almost ranked up Thing, or he did rank up Thing, and the Champion, the 2 characters I consider pretty miserable. But man, well, the Champion doesn't, but the Thing is getting so many kills in our Alliance war, like every Alliance, and then he ranked 5 him on top of that. I mean, that is awesome, and I want to be that guy who makes cool rank ups for the Alliance. I think I have a suspicion that Hyperion could be in play for my next rank up. He is my next rank 5. We're like looking at all the nodes for the next map 7. It seems like so many of them he's a fairly decent counter for. Who's that? Meta F4S. Is that Hyperion you want, or who was I talking about before that Thing? Yeah, Hyperion. He's another one of those old school characters. I had gotten in the game. I wish I could remember like my first master event quest. Who was in here? It was before like Nightcrawler Red Hawk. That was don't know if I was paying that much attention with the characters who are being added. Maybe there's Rogue. I do remember when Hyperion and Duck came in at the same time. Could have been around that time. I sort of started playing the game and didn't really play it that much. Oh yeah, 5-star thing, yeah. The amazing thing about 5-star thing is it's just like prestige is just unbelievable. And that's always a nice thing in a character. I didn't realize this today. I was playing this guy, Punisher 2099, and he has an interesting defense where if you get a full bar of power, something about his battery like knocks you down just a little bit. So I was playing him today in Alliance Quest. He's right on the middle path on map 6. And what had happened? Oh, I had Ghost Rider. That's right. I had Ghost Rider and I think I was watching my power, and I just got into an SB3. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just pop my special 3, but that battery had made it a special 2, so I popped my special 2 like while I was standing, 2 paces back from him, and he was blocking and basically did nothing but waste all my energy. Hey Heart8, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. It's night where I am. I assume it's day where you are. I was looking at my statistics, and my statistics were like mostly North Americans. Hardly any other people. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe trying to do a stream in German. Try and maybe get a German following, but my German is it's like a quasi. Why would I say that? I probably speak German like a 5th grade student. Pretty good, but not amazing. But when you play these games, it's like my friend who is in business. He just started working for this like palm oil company, and they go to Central America and look at these palm oil plantations. And he's fluent Spanish speaker. But when he goes over there, he's like, I speak Spanish fluently, but I've had to learn this whole other language of like the palm oil industry in Spanish. And so even though he's fluent in the language, he still has to basically learn everything about the language. And so it'd be the same for like the Marvel Contest of Champions. Like I would be having to learn like all of these words, like parry. I have no idea what parry is. I mean, it's just like, I guess I knew what it was in English, okay, let's do a little German. Let's see what it looks like, just for fun. Might as well, since we have just doing arena, it's a little risk. Language selection, Deutsch. Okay, let's see what it's like. Lot. Setze eine schwere. Set a difficult Angriff, defense ein. Oh man. See, it's like all these really technical words you just have not quite sure what they mean. This is not normal. It's not normal day speech. It's der Kampf von Heights beigetreten. That means he's joined the battle. And it's almost hard because you can't even trick yourself. Deutsch oder Englisch, bitte Deutsch. Ja, kein Problem, wir können auch Deutsch sprechen. Ich glaube, dass ich die anderen 3 Personen verloren, wenn ich Deutsch spreche. So sorry, metaphor. So I think I'm gonna stick with English. But sorry, I'm about to cough. Let me see if I can't do the cool transition, and hopefully you don't hear me cough like crazy. Sorry. Ah, oh my god. Streamer error number 2.0. Okay, I think I fixed the music. Sorry everyone. I feel like a fool. I muted my volume so I could cough, and then I decided to make the music really loud to be terrible. Oh my god, look at this character. Das Ding. Oh my god, that's so funny. The Thing. Yeah, these names are hilarious. You think they would just keep all the names in English because, well, I don't know if the Germans translate them. Dr. Voodoo. Oh man, so funny. Okay, let's see. I got a streak of 2, so that means just throw in some other characters. I spent too much time like deciding what 4 stars to play. I was like, oh, you should play Captain America: Infinity War, as opposed to just like taking 3 characters because these fights are ridiculously quick and easy. But you know, I still want to have some fun playing them. Captain America: Infinity War and Proxima. Those are the 2 characters I absolutely want the most from my 5-star. We'll see. I wonder if I will never get them. I'm not even sure why I want Captain America: Infinity War so much. I've watched him. Who was it? Who's it? Seaton, who just ranked 5'd him. He was okay, but yeah, I guess it doesn't seem like he has anything extraordinary. Maybe his glancing would be good on defense, or as the Germans say, I don't know, look at that word. That word's crazy. Fantastisch. Papieren, that's Perry apparently. Whoops, oh man, I thought I was going to get clipped. Yeah, but I really like him, and I have tons of 5-star science 6 stones, so I could rank him up. Let's make it a contingency plan. So I'm pretty close to having overflow in 6 stones. If I do that, I think I will start just putting them in what is her name, in Quake. It'd be Quake, or I don't know who else I have. Quake is probably the only one really worth it. I've decided for 6 stones. Like I'm getting to the maximum on most of them. I think the only one, since I'm using a lot for Cosmic right now for Corvus, so I'm using those all up. Mutant, I've been putting them in Emma. I wonder if that's been sort of a mistake, but I don't know. I spent a lot of time grinding for her, and she's rank 4, so I might as well put them in there. And it helps her defense a fair bit. And then who are the other ones? I've been putting lots of 6 stones in. 6 stones, and well, I don't have many tech. That's because I spent, you know, between Vision, Stark, and Iron Man: Infinity War, I just was always putting tech. And so, but now what I want to do is every time I get to 106 stones, once I get into overflow, I'm just going to slowly trickle them into characters that I have, with the idea that maybe one day I'll is it worth for a player with only 3 rank 5s? Is it worth to put 6 stones? I guess I would put 6 stones into anyone who helps, that it helps them. Like, let's go look at the champions real quick as I think about this answer. So, as I look at the characters, sort by sortieren, by launch. Where I'm in Infinity War, I thought was key because, I mean, it's true he has good prestige, but for defensive purposes, having his 6 stones was pretty important because, you know, he has those 8 Stappen vom Molekularrüstungsverfügung gestellt, or his 8 armor ups, and gain a 6.6% power. So, you know, I really want him for defense. My first put him on defense, he only had 70 sig, and I don't think he was that particularly good. But of course, I was also lucky because I got the rank 4 to 5 in Variant Quest. Vision, same thing. Vision's prestige is not so good, but I really wanted 6 stones in him, so he had a really high power gain on synthesis. In fact, you almost need at least 100, I would say, to make him relatively good. These Iceman, This man was another one where I dumped a lot of 6 stones in him. You get the what you call it, the frostbite, or absolute null point. Absolute 0 point is the little translation. So he was worth it. He's out my prestige. The prestige game is weird because it's like anything you do will become obsolete. And so, you know, at one point, Stark Spider-Man was my only rank 5. So I stuffed him full of 6 stones. And now, no worries, Metaphor S. Have a good day, night, and I'll see you later. And yeah, just continue my thoughts. I mean, he's like now, he's not in my top 5, but I love his power. So I don't think you can go wrong just sort of putting 6 stones into champions who need it. Every now and then you're sort of conscious of prestige, but I feel like prestige mostly takes care of itself. I do like Dap though. He called himself a prestige whore, so he was always like, you know, he had grand plans to do Thor Ragnarok, and he wanted all these characters that are really high prestige, and yeah, I sort of like that. I think it's good. I mean, obviously your alliance needs to have high prestige, and you know, especially now that everyone has 5 rank 5s in the top end, nowadays it's going to make a difference who has rank 5s actually are high prestige characters. What do we have? We still got 4 stars to play with. Okay, speaking of interesting characters, let's go with Darkhawk. He's interesting. And 2 more. Black Widow and Scarlet Witch. Have all these 6 stones in skill, so I just pulled a Corvus. Well, I'm not Corvus, a Korg. I mean, I had him awaken. He's the other character I've ground for in my life, and he, I could take him up to 200. So I also think about 6 stones, and if you can get a max 200, then it's pretty. I think it's pretty good, because then of course as you pull him, you'll get the max, the max Sig crystal, which will allow you to start ranking them up higher. So yeah, I think it's also worth it if you can get him up to 200. So Korg, boy, he has high prestige. I don't think I'll take him to rank 5. I feel like he's become obsolete as a defender, but again, if we need him for a defender and I get great prestige out of him and help the alliance, I think he'd be a pretty good choice. I just don't envision us really needing him, because I think the next rank 5s are going to be all map 7 oriented. Darkhawk, boy, I was so in love with him. It came out. I love Darkhawk as a character. He just has cool animations, like the pink, all the pink effects. Yeah, super cool. I guess I would have started considering him for rank 5, but then Panem and Pete got him rank 5 to him. I don't think we need another one. There's the Omega boss, mini boss in map 7, where a robot's really good against him. And so maybe a rank 5 Darkhawk would be great. I could be the Omega killer in my BG. Though, it's between him and Sentinel. I think I'd go with Sentinel. Sentinel has a little more versatility. I think he's a better attacker. They're both double immune. They both have sort of quirky regen. I wish, oh man, I really need to buff Darkhawk by giving him a one of his node changes is SP1. I'm not quite sure why they did it. I mean, it'd be so nice, because then you could do SP1 and you could start getting regens. Or I feel like having to get to an SP2 to get regens is just a little too much. I mean, it just slows that regen down. None of those quirky ones. Futend. That's a word, I have no idea what it means. Okay, now I can I'll do one more round of 4 stars, and then I will go do my 6 stars, and that gets me up to, so I guess, I don't know what you call that, the entrance to the Infinity Streak, and then I do my rank 4, rank 5, 5 stars to get me through the Infinite Streak, or to the Infinite Streak. We should have stage names for each of these. So this first part of the arena should be what should we call it? The casual stage? No, the warm-up. Okay, this is the warm-up. So first you have the warm-up. I like using characters that I don't get to play as 5 stars in the warm-up. One more. Thor, OG Thor. So okay, so now we have the warm-up. And then after the warm-up, we sort of enter the challenge zone. I know that sounds so silly, but that's when you have, or maybe it's just the Thanos, the Thanos zone, Thanos Kang. Needs a better name. Okay, let's go with the challenge zone. We're fighting Thanos and Kang teams, and then, or maybe it's the danger zone. What is that movie? That's Top Gun. There's that song Danger Zone. So maybe it goes, okay, the warm-up, the danger zone, and then you get through the danger zone to the infinite streak. Okay, well, if the 3 of you who are in stream with me can spread those terms, then, you know, maybe a year later, everyone in the community will be saying them. Warm-up, danger zone, infinity streak. I've always wondered how, like, things get created. You know, like, how does someone come up with a saying? Like, I always had the saying I tried to invent. It was, you'll never be a doctor if you don't have any patience. And so, you know, I say it and hoping it catches on, that one day I'll just be walking in a town and someone will say it, and then yeah, be famous. I'll have invented that saying. But yeah, I have to start somewhere. Blutrush. This can't be good. And so no, walked right into her SB1. Luckily I didn't quite lose enough power for her to get free power. Man, Wolverine, why can't he be a 5-star? If Wolverine came out as a 5-star feature crystal, I would get him. I mean, I would make sure I got him. I would spend until I got him. I just think he's a great character. Watch his regen. I can understand why they're worried about him being too OP, but then, I mean, we have Blade, so why worry? I can't imagine he being better than Blade. Or maybe he would. It's just, I mean, he is the Marvel character. Like, the whole franchise is essentially built around Wolverine. Why wouldn't you make a 5-star out of him? I think, well, of course you make a lot of money, but also, yeah, also, I mean, you owe it to the game to have a character like that as a 5-star. So this is Sinister and Havoc. So does that mean next month we're going to get another Fantastic Four? I think that's right, because yeah, it's every 3 months we should get one. There's 4. I wonder if, well, I guess I feel like the Human Torch is going to be, no, he's going to be like, we don't really have a fiery character. I mean, we have like Ghost Rider, but he's not really on fire. We have a character, Mephisto, but I think he'd have the Mephisto mechanics, where he's sort of on fire, but maybe even worse, where he's always on fire. Sort of like, who's the shot guy? Electro. Except a flaming Electro. So you're always taking damage. And then, yeah, I don't know what else he'd be like. Oops, see, here's another time where I like to do things. I really like this all-girl team. Remember when Marvel, or this game had the, that seasons where it's, you know, 25% attack for women fighters. So now I always try to like make women arena teams just for fun. Oh, who should we do? Let's just go against this guy, because we can give Domino to Blade. She does a good job on him. But yeah, this would be a pretty powerful alliance attack team with all these women in that season. Yeah, I'm really sad they just did those nodes one season and that was it. Those were pretty cool nodes. I mean, I must say, like, the no bleed and the women get plus 25%. Oh man, that made Magic crazy. But I mean, that was really inventive. It didn't really alter the game that much, but it made it interesting enough to have you play and have to change your style a little bit. I mean, taking all the blades out was a smart move. wonder, I can't even think of our own battle group, how many people run Blade? Like Blade is sort of, you know, for such a good character, I don't even think that many people run him in our battle group. Everyone has Omega Reds, or I do Void, or Morningstar, or Corvus, or Taters would have something interesting. There's like Killmonger or Proxima. But it really has, yeah, Blade has sort of dropped out of the meta. But he's amazing in Alliance Quest. He's my absolute MVP in Alliance Quest. He's always on my team, and I have Ghost Rider too, and it's that regen. So it just keeps him going. And so many fights on my path have some just a really annoying damage. So I have the middle path, so I have Green Goblin, but is it Thorns he has, so there's a lot of damage there. And then after that, after Thorns, it is what else is it? Then I have Magic and Limbo. Luckily it doesn't proc too much, but today I was fighting, this is day 4, and I hadn't procced a single Limbo. It was just wearing her down. She had like 5% left, and she just went over her second bar of power as I was killing her. I swear, maybe I got 2 clicks on Limbo, and I was up at 71%, it went down to 66%. And after that, I had to go fight Dormammu in the next center path in section 2. Oh my god, his generation just eats away. And so if you did have Blade, even if you were a perfect player, you would still, I mean, you would die. You would lose all your health. And so you have to have someone like Blade or Ghost Rider. And then, to make it worse, after that, I share the Starburst path with Cade on Zone 3, so there's more damage. So yeah, absolute must. Okami Cage, I love Okami Cage. So I always duel against him, or arena against him when I see him. Get the Mighty Bishop going. So yeah, it's a must. Big time regen champs are a must. And think about Blade's regen anymore. I don't know if I ever really could pull it off. I was in a fight and I tried to regen. It sort of like threw off my entire fight, and it oftentimes was causing more trouble than worse. And the other thing is that in war, I mean, it's just so dependent on healing with potions anyway. It's not like taking damage really is that much of an effect. I mean, you end up just going and healing up your character after each fight. So regen's not that important in war, which is good because I can take characters who I don't mind, like Void. Like Void is a classic example of such a great character, but just like in Alliance Quest, just gets eaten by all these silly things that are just unavoidable. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. Bishop. I secretly like him. I mean, his SP2 after you get a bunch of parries is crazy. Let's see what it does. I'm sure it'll wipe out this guy. It's a pretty high level Blade. But man, getting all his parries, and here it comes. SP2. Boom, 15,000. Man. Yeah, I'd almost take Blade heart rate, to be honest, just for the synergy with Stark Spider-Man. It's pretty funny to have a rank 5, 65 character who is a synergy champ. I might use him some, but actually I like the synergy with Vision, and I use Vision a little more just because I often have that Sabretooth fight right at the beginning on node 4, so Vision's just perfect for that fight. But every time I have to fight a Domino, I really miss having the Blazer Stark Spider-Man. Domino is really hard to get poisons on because I think they fail, so that's half the problem. You get the dex, but they don't proc. And the second problem is like she's so, I think because of the way her attack works, her combos works. I just don't feel like, you know, you fly back on one, but she charges at you. I don't know. Her gameplay mechanic is different than most. Like I often fight Kingpin on that node, and it's just like automatic. You know, he swings at you, I go back, and then instantly hit block, and he goes back, and you know, just repeat that 10 times, and instantly I have 10 voice charges. Here comes my Thor Ragnarok team. I wish I had Thor Ragnarok as a 5-star, as a 6-star, because then he could complete this team. As of now, I have to put Jane Foster in. Uh-oh, I niched my team network. I saw on the stream when I was at work today, everyone's having problem logging in. Makes me worried. So this is day 4. That means tomorrow's day 5. It means I'm going to try my legend run. What is today? Today is Monday, and so Tuesday, Wednesday. So Wednesday, I think. Yeah, the only 2 deaths I had in the last about 30 wars worth of Blade. That's interesting. I mean, he was, back in the Trinity days, obviously I played with him all the time. I'm trying to think at what times I had a lot of trouble with him. I'm sure I died. I can't remember if there's any fights in particular. He is, he's still one of the most fun champs to play though, especially in Alliance Quest. Just so strong. Who'd you die to? Do you remember who you died to and on what node? Just curious. Hela. People say Hela's a really good character, and a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot of people. I saw a really interesting video where some guy was just crushing with Hela because he had the synergy with Black Bolt where the cosmic charges just last like 10 times as long. It's cosmic something. And yeah, he had like 15 furies, and she was doing crazy damage. But she, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Void and Sparky are, well, Void especially. Boy, that node 12, yep, and Modoc on 18. Yeah, when I was running past 6-7 back in J11, I would have, that was before I had Vision, so I'd have Blade, Starkey, and Void. You'd always go against Modoc on 18. That's a stun immune main one, but it's always so nice putting lots of leads on Modoc, and so yeah, that was always part of the plan. It was just to, even though you wouldn't stun him, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't stun him, but you still got the bleed. That always sort of freaked me out a little bit. It's weird playing a character where, because your muscle memory is like when you parry someone, like I just did. I'm so used to just going right in, so it's so hard to parry them and then hold the block. I was having a fun fight the other day with Blade. What was it? Was it one of the can't remember, probably was just an event quest, but maybe it was one of the nodes where there was like a cornered where you got a bunch of power gain. So I was having the what's it called, just the parry and bleed strategy where, the camper would come and I just parry them and let them bleed and suck up a lot of power, and I just kept on doing that. And I did that like 5 or 6 times, got SP2, then unleashed that, and so repeated. Sort of fun strategy, though it makes the fights long and sort of cheap in a way. A little girl on girl action. Thor Jane Foster taking out Angela. I watched all the MCOC movies. I don't really remember them that well, but I swear I never saw a character named Angela in any of them. Oh man, look at that one. Half-Galton. Yeah, Unstoppable was amazing in German. Let's see. Thor. Oh no, it's Hulk Ragnarok. Yeah, there's one node in the new map where they had to generate furies. I couldn't remember that Hulk Ragnarok game stories. Let's watch and see if I get any. Definitely get. Maybe when I get up to, what is that thing called when you get to 100 crowd frenzy? Maybe a crowd frenzy you get a fury. That makes sense. Let's see if I get it. 94. Come on. No, I'm not gonna get it. Punch me a couple more times. Oh man. Okay, lost it all. There's Crown Fury. Nope, I didn't get a Fury. Yeah, it's an interesting node. It's like what is it? Map 7. You only do like 10% damage unless you have a Fury. That seems pretty cool. Definitely made for Hyperion or Medusa. Man, Medusa with the, what is it called? The Royal Trinity. She gets so many Furies. That would just, yeah, that actually absolutely wreck those nodes. That's rank 5 Medusa territory. Okay, it's always, whenever I play with Dormammu, my challenge is to get his regen to work. Usually in these fights, it's just not long enough to do it, but we'll see if we can do it. see. Okay, I'm against Domino, rank 4, level 1. Okay. Someone has me ranked to the Domino. That's sad. So we gotta get the. I always forget about getting the soul thing quickly with the heavy. It seems to be a key part of the regeneration. Okay, I get up to 100. I think I have a Mystic Dispersion on, so that should help me. Does she have too many buffs that decrease? I can't remember. Maybe if I could at least get a dex on her. She dex back and dodged it. Oh, okay. Let's do the old SP3. There it is. Okay, choose a Fury to regen. That doesn't seem like it's very good though. Dupes for map 7 if you have to have the Fury up to get it. Okay, come on, regen. Let's see. So I gotta parry her, and oh, of course, I should not go parry. Oh, please, I gotta wait. The little spire's about to run out. Oh no. Okay, come on, regen. Yeah, I did it. Okay, become a master of regen. I didn't even see how much it was though. I feel like it wasn't that much. For all that work you have to go through, you should get like 5,000 health back. I think I saw it was like 1,000. I guess he's only rank 3, so maybe it's true at higher you would get that back. So yeah, Golk, if he only gets the Fury there, yeah, I feel like that wouldn't make him a good matchup. Talk about useless SIG abilities. It's not useless, but that whole thing with Golk, oh my god. It's like, I mean, 1 dupe I guess is fine, but I can't imagine having a SIG 200 Golk. But it means that if the 6-star ended up being like a great character to rank up, that'd be cool, because then you wouldn't really need to have him ranked up to have him a good character. Oh, come on, Golk. I had a rollover once. Oh, not Golk, on Rolk as a 6-star. I would love to have Rolk as a 6-star. He's a pretty cool character, especially when the way he builds up those I don't know, they're not plasma charges, whatever they are, inferno charges. He would be pretty cool. Though, of course, my dream is a 6-star Ghost. That's everyone's dream. It used to be a 6-star Corvus. I think it still is, though. I already have a rank 5 one, so I really wouldn't touch a Corvus for a long time. But eventually, I would assume that, you know, once you can rank 3 a 6-star, I'd be pretty psyched to have a Corvus. That Killmonger that I have, pretty psyched about him. I can definitely see him as a rank 2, or maybe one day rank 3. Monis, who is in a battle group who has the rank 2, not a battle group, alliance, has the rank 2 Sentinel. Oh man, it's so sweet. I love that 6-star Awakened Sentinel. Oh man, that's just dreaming. Rocks Midnight, but she's a dupe, so it'd be hard to dupe her. I guess it's not really that many 6-stars. So Ghost, but even Ghost without the dupe is probably not worth as a 6-star. And by the time you rank 3 those, there'll be like 100 different Ghost counters out there, so it should probably be useless by then. Let's see, we got 2 more rounds of these guys. I always want to make sure I get the mutants together, Storm and Cyclops. See if I can do that. Yep, there you go. It's going to be an all-mutant finale for the 6-stars. And let's give Kang to Black Bolt since he has the class advantage. Ah, nice. Except for poor Yondu. Has to go at a disadvantage against Gamora, but I think he'll do alright. Yeah, Yondu. He's definitely a character I've always liked a lot. I'm really psyched to have him as a 6-star. Never, of course, would I take him anywhere near as a 6-star. As a rank 4, rank 5 as a 5-star, but yeah, he's just pretty cool. I love the way he can do the bleed through the blocks. That makes him really annoying to fight. Okay, let's get her SP2. I love trying to. Oh no, I pushed her to SP3. Gamora's SB2, I would say it's like 50% of the time I totally make a mistake and get destroyed by it. Uh-oh, don't kill me. 38%. Let's get a little healing back with the adrenaline. Oh my god, I forgot I'm bleeding. Uh-oh, this could be it. No. Oh, yes. Okay, will I survive? Come on, throw your SP1. Oh, I was trying to bait it. Terrible, terrible play. And, oh, I wish Dream was here to say it though. Nothing is more fun than playing Harvey or Dreamin', because, you know, he then is merciless with his criticism. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was talking about. Characters, ranking. Oh, totally forgot my train of thought. Okay, we'll just let Luke Cage go at it. So my next 6-star I want to dupe, and one of my top choices for a dupe is this guy right here. I'd love to dupe a 6-star Luke Cage. I think that would then have him possibly on the path to being a rank 2 6-star. I mean, that mechanic where you get the indestructible, especially since you get tank special 3s, oh, that's so amazing. And that's such a cool mechanic, because yeah, it's one of those things against like all or nothings or against Hyperion. It's just so good to have. Killmonger, yeah, it'd be great to do 6-star with that reverberation. Oh man, I feel like that'd be a really, really sweet setup. Especially then if you could rank 2 him, play some on defense. I wonder if he better as a rank 2 in defense. Do 6-stars on defense get the, what's it called, the adrenaline mechanic, where they still heal when they hit? I guess it's not quite so good for them, because, you know, when you fight in war, oh, I just walked into another special, they don't get hit that much, or they won't gain that much back. Oh man, first I'm going to let my Yondu die, and now I'm going to get killed by a Yondu. I would say I neither know how to fight with them or how to fight them. There you go, so better to run to a special all the time. 3%, good. Hooray, at least I can fight them. You know, it's like when you're playing arena, you always forget silly things, like you can't parry their attack, so of course they parry and forget and just get beaten by their combo. Okay, this might be the last fight. Yeah, it's 23:31. I'm tired out and ready for bed. Let's just do this last 6-stars. It's nice because with my roster the way it is, you know, I can, as long as I do a reasonable amount of arena each day, I can get to 13 mil and then be able to get the top rank rewards, so you don't have to sweat it too much. You know, of course the 6-stars are the most important. You know, I get over 1 million just for a round of them. I remember when I just had 30 5-stars. I was so diligent about always making sure that I was playing my 5-stars. So, you know, 3 times a day I do my 35-star fights and get the points I could out of it. That might have been before there was a 5-star arena, and there was just a 4-star arena. Get my 6 million, I think, is that what it was to get the top? Maybe 6.5, maybe 7, and then you get the top rewards. I remember the top rewards. What was it, like 800 of the 4-star and 200 of the 5-star? Yeah. Well, they really scaled up the game when they added the 5-star arena. It's amazing how much the game scaled up. I can't remember when that point was, but whenever they decided to add that arena in, that was sort of the turning point. Then 5-stars just flowing in, got the 6-stars. Yep, now the game is it feels all about the 5-stars, but I feel like the era of the 6-stars is not too far away. But by the end of this year, you'll start seeing maybe the first rank 3 6-star. Wonder who would be first. I guess Cow Whale might be the first, since he has so many 6-stars and so many resources that he probably could do it. But maybe not. I guess it almost have to be someone at MMX, because it's half a resource question. And also, I mean, I would guess there's some content which will allow you to get the materials like Act 6. So maybe someone who's really quick at doing Act 6, like someone in ISO 8A, somebody like that. It's going to be an interesting time in the game when you can rank 3 to 6 star, just because you're going to be left with the dilemma where it's sort of like rank 5s. Like as I played Storm, I remember that French alliance I was in, leader. This is when you just had sort of the it wasn't the first round of 5 stars. It's sort of the second round we had, I don't know, maybe there was like 24 5 stars, and he had a Storm 5 star, and a Storm 5 star was ranked 4, and I mean that was like the champion. I mean he was playing her all the time at Lions Quest. You just crush everything, and yeah, so it's so interesting the rank up decisions back then. Of course, if you had Star-Lord, I mean, he was the absolute, you know, gold character for 5 stars. But if you didn't, there's a whole bunch of other 5 stars to rank 4. You know, Elektra and maybe even like Captain Marvel. And so, yeah, you made that choice. I remember when I first completed Labyrinth of Legends, the first run, I have a 5 star, rank 4 Star-Lord. I think I did it that time. I was like, oh man, if I can complete Labyrinth of Legends, then I can like rank up my Elektra, my Captain Marvel. I remember thinking in my mind, having a big debate between who would I do, because I had 2 cosmics. I had the Black Spider-Man, and then I had Captain Marvel. I was trying to decide between the 2 of those. And I also had Elektra and maybe someone else. And, I mean, that was the big debate, but you know, at that point I did Labyrinth 11, the easy path, and that was okay. And I tried one of the harder paths, and it was just horrible. And then I didn't then go back to one of the harder paths until I had a 5-star rank, a rank 5, 5-star Stark Spider-Man, and that's when I finished it up. That and the rank 4 Archangel. Not to be underestimated, that rank 4 Archangel. He put in a lot of work in Labyrinth. Okay, everyone. Boy, it's been great doing some streaming. Just it was nice to get in the arena and just get some of that done. Did my 1 Lions Quest. I saw, Dubes, you have some serious competition. I haven't looked, and I won't look on stream, but it was a walking highlight. I think when I last looked this morning, he was edging you out for King of the Event Quest. That's pretty rare that happens, but I would put money on it when I look now that you will be back ahead. Ooh, but right. Let's see, is this my gold? If it is, we'll pop it real quick. Oh, yes it is. Come on. The very first time this came out, I got a tier 2 alpha. I was like, oh man, it's so great, because they were really rare back then. I was so excited. And I think since then, and whether these been out for like a year, I think I've gotten tier 2 alpha like 1 other time. But maybe this will be the 3rd time. Let's see. Come on, tier 2 alpha. Come on, tier 2 alpha. Sorry. I'll take tier 4 basic. That'd be my second choice. And 1500. Got the better of the 2. So great. Okay, all my friends. Thank you for watching. I wish you a bonne soirée, or guten Abend, or if it's the day, bonne journée. Wiedersehen, and I will see you maybe tomorrow night. So this has been frENZOne of the Alliance for Loki. I will see everyone later.